Shabbat Shalom, Sabbath Peace. This is Elder Shabar Ben Lewi of the Kingdom of Yisrael Community Network, welcoming you to the Rod of Iron radio broadcast with HalleluYAH Ben Yeshua. Today's edition is a royal declaration delivered by HalleluYAH entitled The Kingdom Community Project Initiative, a national Hebrew Yisraelite government in the wilderness of America. If you're new to the program, be sure to visit the KYCN Radio YouTube channel at youtube.com/KYCN Media for access to the Rod of Iron program series in video format and much more. Be sure to add your comments and don't forget to hit the subscribe button and bell icon so you don't miss any new uploads. Remember to give the video a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family to help us get this vital truth to the people. And now, here's HalleluYAH.
At this perilous hour in human history, we as the faithful remnant of the Hebrew Yisraelite Kingdom are witnessing the culmination of our 400-year captivity in America. We're living in the post-season sign of the four blood moons, a 21st century reappearance of the Bethlehem star, and an alarming new tolerance of unchecked terrorism against the household of faith around the world. And the wicked practice of gentrification is literally pricing our people out of the supposed African American communities in the major urban centers across America. Surely the hour has fully come to establish a national witness in America and before the world to the divine wisdom of the ancient kingdom landmarks our fathers have set. My brethren, throughout our history, whenever our Hebrew Yisraelite forebearers went into captivity, they built separate and distinct communities and thereby remained unified as a people. In truth, Hebrew Israelites were together in one place and in one accord as a matter of national survival. This is why the Pharaohs, Nebuchadnezzars, and Hamans of antiquity were never able to fully disenfranchise our people as America has. Again, we as the set-apart children of YAH built our own communities in every captivity throughout our history to maintain our people and to preserve our culture. We must do so again. Nevertheless, my brethren, we must no longer seek divine repatriation through earthly statutes, whether those of the United States of America, the United Nations, the Israeli Knesset, or any other government or corporate entity. After all, the founding of these entities and all nations from a legal standpoint are ultimately derived from the Torah constitution given to our fathers. Therefore, why would we as Hebrews ordain a pseudo-constitution derived from our own constitution? Are we Torah observant, or are we yet following the nations? According to Torah law, a new king or head of state is required to inscribe his own copy of the book of the law in the presence of the Levitical priesthood, thereby reissuing a decree of divine executive power in the kingdom, not a new man-made Torah abstract. Selah. The truth is, creating a Torah-based national constitution is a non-Torah-based concept, and doing so would only lead our esteemed elders to create yet another Hellenized set of documents, including the ancillary documents that are in fact necessary to establish order in the kingdom. For example, a national charter, which is a requirement under current international law, defines an organization as a corporation or incorporated association. In essence, a charter is a grant from a sovereign power creating a corporation, as was the case, for example, with the royal charters granted to the 13 original British colonies preceding the Declaration of Independence in 1776. A corporation is, and always has been, a profit-driven instrument of the organization that grants it, irrespective of its content. A constitution, on the other hand, defines the organization of a government or governing entity, such as an unincorporated association. In essence, a constitution is an acknowledgement from a sovereign power creating a sovereign government. Therefore, an unincorporated Hebrew Israelite council must in fact be convened and serve as a non-profit-based context for the emergence of a sovereign kingdom community in captivity. Despite the obvious dedication and sincerity of Yisraelite nationalist leadership as a whole, ordering our steps according to the principalities and powers of this present world remains an affront to the Most High, who has issued a divine decree from eternity that in this final hour of our captivity, He alone will be recognized by the nations of the earth as the Almighty Elohim of Yisrael and Melech HaOlam, King of the universe. And so shall it be. Hear, O Yisrael, it is not enough for the nations to just read what we write and hear what we say. They must now see what we do. And again, we must no longer seek repatriation according to the worldly statutes of the United States of America or the United Nations. Our diplomatic overtures must be toward these lesser powers focused upon and limited to the forwarding of an indigenous Hebrew Yisraelite land reserve initiative, according to the presence of our fathers in ancient America, through the colonization and trade practices of Melech Shlomo, or King Solomon, in the 9th century BC. According to Article 4 of the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples, General Assembly Resolution 61/295, adopted on September 13, 2007, quote, indigenous peoples, in exercising their right to self-determination, have the right to autonomy or self-government in matters relating to their internal and local affairs, as well as ways and means for financing their autonomous functions, unquote. For the record, as a practical matter, the only viable wilderness of the people, or Zion, meaning a parched place, in America is in the West. And from Eretz Yisrael, the most remote geographical wilderness in the entire Western Hemisphere, is the Mojave Desert, a vast and sparsely populated region located primarily in Southern California. And in truth, the west coast of America is the furthermost point of our captivity before our national journey back to the land of promise. Selah. We, the founding fathers of the Kingdom of Yisrael Community Network of the Royal House of David, under a divine mandate of the eternal power of Almighty Yahweh, have structured the church at Victorville as a non-501c3 unincorporated ministry association, as a legal instrument to help facilitate the founding of a Hebrew Yisraelite kingdom government in the wilderness of America, as a theocratic constitutional monarchy, by acclamation of Yehuda and Jerusalem, and under the royal book of the law as our royal kingdom constitution. My beloved countrymen, the hour of our deliverance has come. Surely the prophesied 400-year sojourn of our people in America is soon to be fulfilled. The long night of our captivity is giving way to a glorious new dawning of freedom, justice, and national redemption. Let us come together, O Israel. Let us reason together, and let us demonstrate before the world what will occur when a faithful and uncompromising remnant of the rightful and legal executors of the divine covenants are gathered together in one place and in one accord. It will be this witness, and only this witness, that will fully prepare Yisrael for the new mass exodus to come, and will cause our Elohim to fully turn the hearts of our captors, and will inspire the nations of the earth to flow into Zion, just as it is written. Selah. May the grace, mercy, and shalom of Almighty Yah be with us all. It's kingdom time.
If you enjoyed this program, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and bell icon at youtube.com/KYCN Media and receive instant notifications from KYCNRadio.com, your official Yisraelite voice for the gathering of the people. Be sure to tune in every Saturday at 12 noon Pacific Standard Time for more groundbreaking revelation from our Rod of Iron program with HalleluYAH on KYCNRadio.com. Until next week, Shabbat Shalom, and YAH Khai HalleluYAH.
Shalom, shalom, saints. This is Pastor John Tatum, and you're listening to KYCN Radio.